What's up, YouTube? It is Vincent here, and I have a confession. Fuck. I can't review anymore. God, I just spent like 30 minutes trying to start reviews, and I feel like I can't do it anymore. Jeez, I've lost my touch. I don't know why, but I can't do it. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna talk about an album that I've been listening to a lot lately, and that's Superjudge by Monster Magnet. Now, you guys know me. I love stoner metal, doom metal, pretty much any retro kind of sounding psychedelic hard rock I really love. And Monster Magnet, funny enough, well, it's funny, I always, with the whole stoner metal thing, I always sort of got into bands in a weird pace. All these bands like Caius, who else? Monster Magnet, you know, all these bands that are kind of always recommended, Atomic Bitchwax, you know, I never really got into until a lot later into my time of being a fan of stoner metal. I don't know why that is. I just never had an interest in those bands as much as I did Sleep, Electric Wizard, Acid King, you know, Melvins, which I don't know if I'd call them stoner metal, but they're amazing. Plus they're their own thing, the Melvins. But it was kind of funny how they worked out that way, and so this year I was like, okay, well, enough is enough. I kind of gotta get into these guys. I hear so much about them. So, why not, right? So, funny enough, I actually started with Superjudge, released 1993, which is interesting, because out of all their albums, during this period anyway, this was the album that is the most talked about. Everyone just goes on and on and on, for good reason, about Spine of God, Dopes to Infinity, and Power Trip. And I saw the album cover to Superjudge. I'm like, that looks really cool with Bull God fucking like this close and like that weird kind of fucked up trippy background. And I was like, this seems cool, I'll check it out. So I got it, and I kind of was like, meh. When I first heard it, I didn't like it. It wasn't bad, but it sort of bored me. It wasn't what I expected it to be, and one of the main things I didn't like about it was Dave Windorf, which is really weird to say now because I love Dave Windorf. But at first I didn't like his lyrics, I didn't like how over the top his voice was. It just seemed too stupid to me to take seriously, and it was kind of just dumb to me. And so I kind of just was like, I'll keep it, you know, in my collection of music, but I won't, you know, I think I'll wait a little while to listen to it again. And so I listened to it again, and I liked it a little bit more, but it still didn't really grip me the way I kind of wanted it to. So I kind of kept listening to it. I was like, yeah, you know, it's cool, it's cool. And eventually it grew on me. And eventually I kind of got just wrapped in Dave Windorf's kind of fucked up planet that he calls Monster Magnet. And I really like it. I really like Monster Magnet now, and I think the thing that I like about them is this mixture of genres that they have, and their mixture of styles. And Dave Windorf is never shy to mention his influences, which I love. You get the heaviness of Sabbath. You get the spaciness and the cosmicness of Hawkwind, which he loves, so do I. You get this kind of wild, out-there lyricism like Hawkwind. And it all kind of combines. You get the fuzziness and heaviness of like Blue Cheer and the punkiness of MC5, and you get Monster Magnet. And the sound is very interesting. You take a song like Cyclone Revolution. God, that's the best name for a song ever. And you get lyrics like, cut off your legs, for you are too slow. I'm gonna cut off my head, I don't need it where I'm gonna go. It might be I'm gonna cut off my hair too, I'm not sure. Either way, I'm pretty sure it's cut off my head. Kiss your mouth with a scorpion, baby, 'cause Odith, if you get the joke, Thor, saith it's time. You're there. you're listening to Monster Magnet, one of the most fucked up bands ever. And the cool thing about this is Dave Windorf, he has this effect on his vocals that make his vocals echo, and then be like, so cut off your head, and they just kind of like get higher pitch and higher pitch and higher pitch. For you are too slow, you are too slow. And it's like this mind fuck of psychedelic proportions. And then the band just launches into this fuzz wall and all these weird, psychedelic effects on the guitars, and Dave Windorf just going, woo, yeah, kind of yelling, and it's echoing off of each other, and it's all this shit just going, and it has so much depth, and it's so cool, and it's just this psychedelic wonderland of space and cosmic effects and astral whiffs and all this shit, and it's just so cool, because you really get to hear his influences. You get to hear Hawkwind in the spaciness. You get to hear Sabbath in the heaviness. You get to hear this sort of punkiness and out-of-control nature of the song. And it's awesome. And it just kind of puts you in this world of it's just so out of control, and I love it. And the album really has a thick atmosphere. I mean, this record, if you compare it to Spine of God is just dark. It's dark and it's psychedelic. Dopes to Infinity, the album after this, is very, I find, orchestrated. It's not as manic as Superjudge and Spine of God is. It's kind of more refined, but it still retains that spaciness, and it has a very, almost like a sophistication to it, which I love personally. And it's really, really fucking cool. And so, what kind of happens is this record is like this sweet spot. This record is a very fun record. It's a record that you can tell the band kind of just winged it with. Maybe. I don't know, I'm just kind of speculating. But then you get songs like Twin Earth, which are a bit more of like a punch to the face. Like a just, explosion, a lot of Sabbath-like riffage, a lot of cool lyrics. And then this is where the band's cool world music influence kind of comes in. With that weird sitar Indian-sounding breakdown doing Twin Earth. And this also is touched upon on the title track of Spine of God in the previous album with the sitar. But it's really, really cool, and it gives the song a unique touch. And then you get the title track. And I know it sounds like I'm going in track by track, but I'm not. I'm just talking about the songs I really like, and they just happen to go in order. Superjudge is really cool because it has an amazing riff, first of all. And second, it's very eerie. It's very lurking, kind of just kind of grooves and goes along. And the lyrics are really cool. Check them out. I'm not going to spoil anything, but they're really cool. And the song just kind of goes and just kind of jams until it kind of reaches this zenith of really, really fast, kind of after the kind of slow part, and it really gives it a kick. It really surprised me when I first listened to the song, and I really liked it. KGY and the Sun is another song that kind of lets the band's spaciness shine, kind of an acoustic acid folk song that really kind of lets the band flex its psychedelic side really well, which again has a more I can't think of the word, kind of chilled out vibe like a lot of the songs do. And then there's the song Dinosaur Vacuum, which is just all out craziness. It's by far the most fucked up and spacey song on the record. Loud, distorted, heavy. And then you get the covers on this record, which are Evil by a bunch of blues artists, but it's penned by Willie Dixon. And then, but it uses the Cactus composition, and Cactus is a really cool blues band from the 70s. Check them out if you haven't already heard them. They're really cool. I'm just kind of getting into them, but they're really nice. And they make the song completely their own. They change the riff, they change everything, and it's awesome. It's totally awesome. Dave Windorf's vocals really shine through on that track, and it's awesome. And then you get Brainstorm, which is a cover of Hawkwind. If there was ever a band that this band should cover, it's Hawkwind. Totally awesome, totally sick, totally spacey, long, drawn out, and jammy. This song is pretty much everything that this early stage of Monster Magnet is in its full glory. So, the production is really good. The bass could be a little higher, but it's still present. The drums, too, are a little pushed back, but the guitar and vocals are the big focus. But the production is rough, it's raw, and it's loud. It's very heavy and deep sonically, so it really lets you appreciate the ambience and spaciness that the album is going for. And all of this kind of combines to make Superjudge a really unique listening experience. So if you're interested in stoner metal, space rock, heavy rock, more vintage side of hard rock, check it out. This is a really underrated album, and I love it. I think it's awesome. So, that was a little shabby of a review. I'm a little rusty, to be totally honest. As far as my reviews go, I haven't really been doing that much reviews, so I apologize if it's not up to the standards my reviews usually are. And, thank you guys. And, Space Lord, motherfuckers. If you get the reference, then you're probably a Monster Magnet fan. Thanks. And, thanks for watching all my band stuff. I appreciate it. I'm tired. It's late. This review was rambly. Thanks for being awesome. I love you guys.